So
have we all shared
unique
and shared? Have we all shared
and shared? We must have bridge.
So how about we have one spokesperson from each group kind of just talk a little bit about what we found out about each other. Anyone want to start? Any volunteers? No? Well, Wendy?
Most of us started
Oh, sorry,
as
can you say your name and school?
So we all went to Garcia School for International Studies. We primarily all started as teachers except for Christine. We pretty much have 10+ years of experience within the BOE. And Andrew started outside of the BOE. He was an adjunct teacher at Westchester.
A bunch of places.
Yeah. No,
And you're mostly all native New Yorkers. Me too. Awesome. Thank you. Any unique things within the group?
Well, Andrew has a PhD.
Ooh, I don't have that.
He likes math. Miriam was a teacher abroad for 1 year.
Where?
The Dominican Republic.
Oh, nice.
And Miss Kanga is originally from Argentina.
Interesting. Thank you guys. Next group, anyone? Don't everybody jump up at once.
So our shared, my name is Melinda Diaz-Poli, and I work at Bronx Studio School. Our shared experiences. So we all work with seniors this year. We've all had prior experience with CUNY, AHIC, now LINCT. We have 15 years plus experience within the New York City Department of Ed. And we aim to get all our seniors in college. Those are our shared. Our unique are, we have one retiring. Maurice is getting ready to retire. And then we have an untrained AP, but she'll be trained by the end of today.
I'll be trained by Marlene. You're in good hands.
Taking over. We have one social worker, Pauline. She's also the only one from Staten Island at our table. And we have one new blogger, so that's something that I've been working on. I'm Miss College Lady, and that's been like a project for me to share with my colleagues, but also with my students around college access.
Also Instagram.
Yes, we love your
Thank you.
Thank you. So we kind of have a celebrity in our midst. So we have 2 more groups.
house there, yes.
We can go.
Thank you.
So we'll start with the shared.
Can I get your name again? Sorry.
Jennifer Chacon, Dream Yard Prep in the Bronx. A lot of our shared is around our expectations, so we're really motivated folks, excited to help our students. Most of us in this group are counselors. There is a little bit of confusion around how we're going to integrate CUNY LINCT into our program. Some of us are first years, so that was a little bit that came up.
We can talk about that.
Yeah, of course. I mean, that's why we're here. And then we're all New Yorkers, so it's another shared folks that's over there. And in terms of unique, we talked a little bit about, I forgot your name.
Antonio.
Antonio was the athletic director at some point. I'm at an arts-based high school, and that changes things for us in terms of curriculum and thinking about how this works. A couple of folks were at large high schools, thinking about how that works as well. And just really thinking about how each of us are going to run LINCT was a big part of our conversation. So that's sort of the uniqueness about it in that sense.
Thank you.
That's so cool. I'm working on
it. International students. We've all worked with CUNY before. We all work with the college process. We provide career workshops through collaboration, and we all track students using different methods. And unique, one of us is a database coordinator. I was a parent coordinator for about 8 years at a charter school, and we have a college success coach. Great. Which charter school? The New York City for Autism charter school. Great. Thank you so much. Thank you guys for taking part in that. I know sometimes icebreakers can be a little like, do I feel like talking to people this early in the morning? But I appreciate it. So I'm actually going to call, there she is, our director, Teresa Ewan. So as some of you kind of touched upon, we do have a new program model that we launched this year. So we are no longer at home in college. We're CUNY linked to success. So this group over here had no idea what linked stand for. So before we kind of get into the nuts and bolts, just so everyone's on the same page, linked is lessons in navigating college transition. We got real collective with it this time. So Teresa, we're going to just go through the new program model, and then we're also going to introduce all the staff members. So if I could have everyone from our team come up, that would be great.
And then you guys are welcome to move back to other tables and spread out again.
Definitely.
So hopefully there's enough space now with the additional table that we added. Yeah, yeah.
College transition to success, yeah.
Okay, well, welcome everyone. So thank you for joining our kickoff professional development workshop for counselors. I wanted to introduce myself and my team. So I'm the director of CUNY LINCT to Success, and we're going to talk about what each of the programs that are part of LINCT means and how your school and students can benefit. And then Monica is going to be talking more about the process that you probably, some of you are aware of and others are going to be new to hear. So my team is here, and I wanted to just have each of them introduce themselves and their roles. You may have seen that I sent an email with the team name and contact info. If anybody here is not on my distribution list, please let me know. I need to add you to my distribution list, okay?
You'll also find that form with the team breakdown in your folders, just for you to have. So again, Monica Gavalanis, I'm the Access and Transition Coordinator, and I'll be working with LINCT and also managing Bridge to College during the summer.
Good morning, my name is Robert Johnson. Some of you I've met in the last few months, but I am the Success Coordinator. So I work for Strive for Success. So when your students enroll into any of the 7 community colleges, including City Tech, I'll be managing the programs that exist on campus to support your students during their first year of college.
Hi, I'm Nina Nisimo, and I'm a database coordinator. I'll be collecting the data and also writing the reports.
Hi, I'm Trisha Clark. I'm the ELA coordinator, so I'll be working with the high school ELA teachers. And I've worked on the curriculum and will be facilitating the professional development sessions with ELA teachers this year.
I'm Andrew Sanfratello. I'm the math coordinator. I'll be doing all that stuff with math teachers.
And Trisha and Andrew are going to be sharing an office, so they'll be talking about their experiences and sharing and collaborating and using that to help inform visiting your schools and your classes, and of course working on PD together as well. Okay, so just before I jump in, to give you some background on LINCT to Success, this year we're going to have 35 schools. This is the 7th year of the program. We are mainly foundation funded. Our largest funder is Robin Hood. And, oh, you guys can sit down, thank you. And for the most part, I think the former name At Home in College really did not represent what we felt was the mission of the program and what our vision was of how we wanted to serve the students. And so this past year, we had a merger with a different part of a program within the unit called Strive for Success, and we also did some other things that I'm going to go into. So hence, during the summer, we rebranded as CUNY LINCT to Success, and LINCT to Success actually represents 3 parts. It represents LINCT, which is the high school college access part. The 2 represents Bridge to College, which is the college transition part. and success represents the Strive for Success merger, the college success part. Sort of to give you a little bit of background on the history of the team and some other things. So the program this year has some major changes, first of which is namely the English and math, as well as the college access and success curricula. So all of that is new. So even if you're a returning school, you'll know that the English and the math curricula have been, this past year through a state education grant, aligned to the Common Core standards. So Tricia, who is our English coordinator, yesterday was our kickoff PD for that, and she was actually the person who helped to write the curricula, and hence, she's the person that we felt was the most appropriate for sharing the curricula and teaching the PD to the English teachers. Andrew is new to the team, and he comes, maybe if you could just speak briefly about your background.
Sure. So I told some of my teammates, but I've been teaching at CUNY schools for about 5 or 6 years, and SUNY schools for longer. And I have a strong background in mathematics, with both degrees in both pure mathematics and math education. And so I'm very excited to get to work with more math teachers so I can kind of positively affect more students as opposed to just those directly in my classrooms.
And Monica actually is also new. She joined in the summer. Actually, Robert is new as well. So some of you may have met him at the end of last spring in the last PD, the counselor PD, I think you attended, right? So Robert's background is in social work. He's a licensed social worker, and I'll get into how that impacts our success side. And Monica is soon to be a social worker as well. So they both have a lot of youth development experience, which is something that I really valued and we felt like was really important in infusing into the program, because I joined the team myself a year ago, and I came from a youth development experience background working at CDOs. So what we are trying to do this past year was really look at the model, how we can have a more holistic approach to supporting the students. And the reason I'm giving you this context is because there were certain challenges and struggles that we experienced over the past 6 years, and we wanted to take that into account in how we can make the program better. So, one of the challenges was that each stage of the program, from access through transition through success, there really was no cohesiveness. And part of that was a function of not having a holistic perspective of the data. We had access to it, but there was really no mechanism or tool for us to use that can look at the different stages of the student and how they progressed and how one impacted the other. And so that's something we addressed last year by implementing a database tool that we launched on the college side, and we launched with Bridge to College this summer with Monica. And we're going to be exploring whether or not that's something that makes sense on the access side as well. So those are some of the main challenges. And then, of course, the biggest issue was branding in terms of the eligibility. So let me just jump into, oops, this is the